Hello, welcome again to Sector Wargaming. Today, I'm joined by my second guest. Hopefully I'll have a much better result this time than I did against our first guest. Welcome, Nick.
Hey.
Yeah. Nick is also a person I've just dragged along from our local club. You're actually one of the people who run it, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. One of the people who is very... one of the main reasons I got into 30k, really. Because I liked the idea of it. Me and the other lads in Sector got into it. But Nick played it hardcore at the club, don't you?
Yes.
And when I decided to up into the bigger levels, I came to you and I was like, Nick, I want to play bigger games, and he was like, yeah, I can accommodate you. And you've been beating me ever since, haven't you?
Yes. You've won a few.
I've won a few now. It was a while. I had an absolute terrible record against you for a long time.
Yes.
Yeah, and then eventually I learned a few tricks. Today we're back up to 3k again.
A real game.
A real game, yeah. Had to cope with a few lower points games. Martin, our last guest, couldn't paint, so he didn't have 3k.
Well, he switches armies too many times.
He does, doesn't he? He keeps selling them. Stop selling your armies, Martin. But yeah, 3k. Nick's playing World Eaters. I'm dragging out the Scars with a little custodian allied detachment. We're doing a sort of Siege of Terra thing. I was reading the book and I was like, wow, white Scars supported by custodians is cool. And Nick is an absolute World Eater monster, aren't you? Again, if anyone's seen my showcase, I love World Eaters and I will be doing them in the future. And Nick is one of the main reasons, because the way Nick runs World Eaters is how they should be run. And whenever I play them or I see him running them, I'm like, I really want to play that army. I've also agreed with Nick to steal them in the very near future, because I want to do Angron and Red Butchers.
Yes, you're more welcome to borrow anytime you
need. They will be stolen and I will be running and I will be laughing as I do it. Cool. We've already rolled out our missions today and we are playing War of Lies. Yes. Nick didn't mind playing War of Lies.
No, it is my favourite.
Good. I mean, we're just going to beat each other about the head anyway.
Oh,
and then in the last turn go, oh yeah, there's objective. And we're playing Vanguard Strike.
Yes.
Which is the weird angles.
Yes.
So, right, we'll get to the armies and then we'll get to the game. See you in there. Good luck, Nick.
Always good luck.
My 3,000 points today of White Scars with Custodian allies, running the Chogorian Brotherhood Rite of War, led by my Praetor with a few extra toys, usual stuff, mastercrafted weapon, paragon blade, etc. And he is in a Golden Keshig bunker. Now, all the Golden Keshig have extra power weapons, so there's 3 swords, 2 axes, and the Sargent has the Thunderhammer. 2 squads of 6-man scimitar jetbike squads with 2 volkites each, and Sargent has melta bombs. 2 individual Kizigans, a Venator tank hunter, and a Storm Eagle with the las cannons and melta, who will be holding 5 cataphractii Terminators, all who have chainfists and combi melters. And my custodian allies are a shield captain with a praesidium shield and a paragon spear, 3 guardian custodes with nothing extra, and they all have arae-shrikes and melta bombs, and the Telemon Dreadnought running the punchy fist, I think it's called a Cestus fist, and the illustrious assault cannon or some such madness. Lots of shots, lots of killiness, can't wait to use it. My army today. The unit I'm most excited to use today is my Telemon. I know he's not my White Scars, but this is the first time I've ever let him drop onto the field since I painted him just for a lark, and I see how horrific they are, so I'm quite excited to actually get to use those dice against someone other than me.
World Eaters, 3,000 points, running the Berserker Assault Rite of War, led by Combi, upgraded with Go Child, 4 tactical squads, 20-man block, Powfist Apothecary, another one, and 2 10-man blocks. The sergeants are only equipped with heavy chain glaives. I have a squad of las cannons for my heavy support. I have 2 identical Spartans with flare shield and armored ceramite, a Dreadclaw and the Fellblade, 5 destroyers, sergeants upgraded with Power Fist and Off-Ice armour, and a 5-man veteran squad, all armed with combi weapons, 4 combi meltas and 1 combi plasma. Unit I'm mostly looking forward to is my Destroyer Squad, with many attacks and the -1 toughness, and I've all got chain axes. It's going to be so glorious.
That's my deployment done. So obviously, well, I've got first turn, so I've got free reign to deploy where I want. So I've gone fairly standard. So bike squads on the flanks and my Golden Keshig in the centre, just so they can go where I want and respond to any threat. Super Dread Telemon right up front. He's got a 3-up invuln against blasts, and he's got a 4-up invuln and 4 hull points, and I want him in combat, or at least close to it. I know his missile launcher gets more shots if he's sat still, but he's got an insane combat weapon in an AP2 flamer. I'm going to be throwing him up the board. The Venator is, just in case Nick gets a seize, is hidden behind a big bunker, but obviously being a fast vehicle he can burst out of that. But hopefully pop a Spartan turn one, otherwise this is going to hurt. And over here I've just got my 2 Kizigans flanking this speeder squad. I've got speed, so the objectives aren't too much of a concern this early on in the game. And hopefully I can deal with these heavy armoured and insane combat monsters. In reserve, I've got my Storm Eagle filled with the 5 cataphractii Terminators and the custodian squad. So from turn 2, I'll have that support.
So my Warlord deployment, got Spartan full of men, got a unit destroyers hidden behind it, 10-man block of infantry, a nice Felbeard, got some las cannons, some more infantry, and a Spartan on the left hand flank. Versus all that.
The seize attempt for the World Eaters, and because they've got Carney Khan, he gets to do this on a 5-up. Good luck, Nick. Oh, it doesn't even need Khan. Right.
So I've dropped a drop pod in the back lines with a 5-man veterans with combi weapons. Hopefully take out that Venator.
I thought Nick was being very brave because it was very close to that table edge, and then he went and rolled a direct hit on this guy. Git.
I've moved it up the Spartan. Got push full 12 inches. The men have moved forward. Last kind of stayed still. The Felblade has moved forward to get all its guns in range. Spartan's pushed up. All the men are just following behind. I have elected not to do heat blast and deployed my 5-man veteran squad with 4 combi meltas into the rear arc. So I've got a combi plasma. So I will start with the combi plasma first on the Sargent. Got 2 hits.
Should say my Venator does have armoured ceremony.
Yes, so my 4 meltas will not be getting melta rule.
Good. I miss a lot.
4 meltas.
Oh, that is a good lot of misses.
Wow.
That's no hits.
Not a single hit.
Oh, man, I feel really bad for saying that now. Would you like to do your plasma?
Plasmas, I need 5s.
Yeah, rear armor 12, 7, so nothing.
Nothing.
Ooh.
Spartan, I will power machine sprint my last cannons to the side of the Venator. And I will elect my primary target will be the jetbike squad for the other last cannons.
Which I had a bit of a quick discussion with Nick. I'm not going to jink because he says I got so lucky with the Venator, I have to be brave with them.
So, power machine spirit.
So this one's into the Venator.
Hitting on 3s. 2 hits.
Sidearm 12.
And 3s again. 1 lance, 1 pen.
Awesome.
Night fighting.
I didn't say, but I rolled up my Warlord trait on strategic, and I got the it's night fighting, so I get a 6-up save. Which do you want me to do first, Nick?
Glance first, please.
Lance, I take, and pen, I take. What does the pen do, sir? +1 for a last cannon. Shaken. So snap firing with my Venator and 2 hull points down.
Snap firing last cannons. I think 28. 1 hit.
Oh, curses. I didn't drink, so 2 to wound, 2 to kill. So, kills the first guy from a double swing.
And the heavy baller.
Twin linked. Nothing that time. So, not enough to cause a panic in yet.
The Fellblade is declaring all its shots. Its main gun at the Telemon, Demolisher Cannon at the Telemon, the right twin link last cannon at the Telemon, the
You
left
don't like the Telemon, don't you, do you?
No, the left twin link last cannon at the Golden Keshig, and the twin link heavy bolter and heavy bolter at this squad in the back.
Cool. Now, Golden Keshig will declare Jink. These boys can't declare Jink because the Demolisher shell is going at the Telemon. Because it's not directly targeting them, they can't declare Jink. So any spillover will hit them. And the Heavy Bolter I don't need to worry about. But let's see if the Telemon can make it through this barrage of fire.
Demolisher Cannon first.
Targeting right there on the Telemon.
Scattering the ground 2 inches.
1, 2. That'll be
Just the Telemon then.
just the Telemon. Excellent. Right. Let's see if it does anything, and then I get a 3-up invuln because the Telemon has a special invuln against blasts.
So armor 13, strength 10.
Ordnance, so that is a definite pen. And my 3-up invuln. Oh man, no. So what do you do to me, sir? 6 immobilized.
Main gun.
Anti-tank shell.
Strength 9 AP2 with armor being.
It's only 1 shot. Oh, sorry, scatter. Muppet head. Hit.
Hits.
And then strength 9 armor bane. Also a definite pen. Now again, I still have my 3-up invuln. Oh my god, I've just made 1s everywhere. Yep, that's 4 1s out of 4 dice rolls for me so far. Cool, so what does this do? AP2, boom! Up goes the Telemon. Oh, bye bye. Let's see how big my explosion from the Telemon is. 5 inches. Cool. Let's get that measured up and we'll see how many it hits. After first game curse, first time he sets foot on the board, the opponent seizes and blows him up turn 1. Bye bye. And he has managed to hit 5 of my bikes. Let's see if Nick can wound them. That is a grand total of 2 wounds and 2-up armor saves. Yay, I can roll something other than a 1. They're fine.
Last cannons from the left-hand sponsor into the Golden Keshig.
Which I have drinked, and because it's night fighting, I have a 2-up drink. This will obviously help me.
2 hits.
2 hits. And 1 wound. 2-up drink. Come on. Oh, come on. Do you want to re-rank this game, Nick?
Since the Telemon's dead, the remaining last cannon can't fire, so it's onto the heavy bolters, onto the bike squad. Twin link heavy bolter first. Twin link, luckily. 3 hits, and pent mounted heavy bolter on top. Oh, hits. 4's the wound, I think, though. With 2 arms saves.
2 arms. I'm not going to say anything. Nick's told me I have to stop mentioning because it's not helping me. 1 save and in the box to count. 2 saves.
Last cannon squad and the jet bikes on the far side.
They will drink this time.
Only 4 can see though. So hit on 3s. 3 hits. Wounded on 2s. drink saves.
3 drink saves. And all fine again because of night fighting.
In traditional World Eaters, I've run with my destroyers and my 2 squads, and I've gone flat out with the Spartan.
That's how they all ended up. Okay, that's the White Scars movement, and things have changed. With the death of the Telemon, who was completely anchoring my line, I have broken and run like the absolute pansy I am. So, this squad over here that was made to jink have started escaping from this flank, giving up entirely to the World Eaters. If they want to grab objectives this early in the game, I say let them. I'm just avoiding that and getting out of the way. They're also coming up to deal with this Anvilus. The Venator, who is snap firing. Initially, I went to go for the Spartan, and then Nick kindly reminded me that there's a massive Fellblade on the table. So it's only got one whole point. It is snap firing, but I'm going to try and get that shot onto the Fellblade and then at least make it snap fire, which means it hopefully stops it doing anything evil to me. The Golden Keshig have responded to the Vets. They've fired their combi weapons, but at the same time, they're still World Eaters with 1,000,000 attacks each on the charge. So the Golden Keshig have jinked anyway. We needed to get out of that centre, and so they've come back to respond to that. Over here, the Kirzagan, again, I've just positioned him to put some fire down onto any of the threats incoming. Along with this Kirzagan, who is into the side armour of this Spartan, and he can just hopefully rend a load of stuff down. And the final thing is these jet bike squad has moved up, and they're going to try and melta bomb the Spartan. Does mean whatever inside it gets out and gets to kill me, but at least it's on foot and I'm not getting 4 las cannon shots to the face. I really need turn 2 of my reserves to come in. First thing I'm going to do in my shooting phase is unleash the Venator into this Fellblade, because it makes a big difference if I can shut it down. So, snap firing as I say, 2 shots, hitting on 6s. Ooh, 1 hit, lovely. Front armour of your Fellblade, Nick?
14.
14. Ordnance, so that is nothing. Oh, I had so much hope. Into the Kirzagan Speeder. He is opening up onto the Spartan because he hasn't really got any other good targets to shoot at in his range. He is into the side armour, so I'm ignoring the flare shield, but his autocannons can't hurt it because they're only strength 7, so I'm relying on my rending carries. So here we go! Has got strafing run, so 2s to hit, so that is a lovely 5 hits. And then I'd also like those many 6s again because I need rends before I can even think about hitting the thing. No rends. Second Kirzagan. This one's going to shoot at more what it's supposed to and take out these vets. So, once again, carry shots, hitting on 2s. So that is a grand total of 4 hits. And strength 6, so wounding on 2s with rending. So that is 2 wounds, please, Nick.
They're both fine.
Okie dokie, into the autocannons. So, 4 shots, hitting on 2s, all hits, and wounding on 2s. 3 wounds.
All fine.
Oh, what is going on? Golden Keshig now, firing into that veteran squad that just survived the hail of fire from the Kirzagan. Now, because they jinked, they can't fire their main weapon, so they're reduced to bolt pistols, but the Praetor can fire his heavy bolter. So the heavy bolter from the Praetor, hitting on 6s, nothing, and then 5 bolt pistol shots from the boys, nothing, because they're all snap fiery. I flat outed this unit of jet bikes, because that Spartan would be able to catch them next turn, and I don't want that. So I have entirely given up this flank, and bursted into this corner. Kind of gives me a bit of cover from the Fellblade. I mean, he gets to move as 12, but hoping to reduce it. I say I'm really relying on my reserves coming in next turn. And the other thing to mention is Khan is thankfully in that Spartan, not this one. So again, I'm keeping him at arm's length for a little while just yet. Charging, because they failed to do it with shooting, the Golden Keshig are charging into these veterans. So Nick, you get your Overwatch stuff.
So, 10 bolt gun shots. Not a single hit.
Oh, good. I'll get them moved in and we'll get it rolled up. They were automatically in because they were less than 2 inches away, but I rolled up just to get as many Hammer of Wraths. I got a 6th, so they're all in Hammer of Wrath. So I am challenging.
My Sargent will accept.
Excellent. So the Praetor's Hammer of Wrath must go on him, and it wounds.
Lives.
And it doesn't kill him. And then the other 5 Hammer of Wraths into the squad, causing none because they're strength 4. Praetor goes first at the higher initiative. However, these are +1 weapon skill vets, and in a challenge, Nick has just told me they go up 1 weapon skill as well. So actually, Nick Sargent is the same weapon skill as my Praetor. Who knew? I'm still higher initiative. Should also say I'm not using the lances with the Golden Keshig because it's only 1 attack each, and I'd rather use their power weapons. 1 attack each. Madness. Anyway, Praetor goes first. 6 attacks on the charge. 1 of them is mastercrafted. So I'm hitting on 4s because Nick is the same as me. So that is a grand total of 1 actual hit. With mastercrafted in the trade count, so that is 1 hit and needing a not that to wound. Nick Sargent fighting back. We're all down to initiative 4 now. He's got a chain axe. So he hits me once.
Hatred. Or will he does?
Oh, of course. God, he hits me better.
Wounding you on 4s.
Yeah.
1 arm save, please.
1 armor save, which I make. Phew! My Praetor can at least survive that. And the rest of fighting initiative 4, I'll do my boys first. So I've got 2 of them with power swords. So hitting on 4s because we're both weapon skill 5. 1 hit. And needing a 4 to kill a dude. Yay! Drag 1 down.
Worldly a veteran, striking back.
All 4 of them with chain axes. So hit me on 4s because we're both the same weapon skill.
Hatred.
Nice.
And 2 misses. Wounding on 4s, on strength 5.
Yeah.
For a grand total of 5 arm saves, please.
5 armor saves. Right, so I've got 4 normal bods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we all survive. Now I have my power axes and my Sergeant with the Thunderhammer. 2 gentlemen with power axes, hitting on 4s. That is 3 hits. And then 3s to kill. So they take out 3, wonderful. And then my Sergeant with his Thunderhammer, needing 4s. He hits once and needing 2 to kill the last guy in the squad. He does it, cool. So we managed to wipe them out. Got a bit risky there at one point. I will consolidate and get 6. Good, speedy. And Nick is happily putting his blood spatters down. So that's me after consolidation. Just shifted, again trying to use that as a bit of cover from the Fellblade, and if these boys want to come through, they'll have to fight my Golden Keshig. These boys are doomed whatever they do, but I'll be able to respond next turn. These speeders are going to charge into the Spartan. I've only got 1 melta bomb on them, but they're dead next turn whatever I do, and if I do get lucky and blow this thing up, it's 4 less las cannon shots, 3-inch charge. They're very happily in. They're all in now. Let's see how my melta bomb does. Hitting them on a 3, and it hits. And strength 8, armor bane, so needing to get a 6 to glance. That is a very definite pen. Now, AP 1, so on a 5 or a 6, I take out this Spartan. No! I just cause a stunned result. Extra armor takes it down to shaken.
Deployed out the Spartan to do massive counter assault. I've moved up some tactical squads, long range chargers, moved up some more support units. Fellblade's moved in position to actually take the only shot at the half. And the Spartan has moved a full 12 inches to get up there. Look at all them tasty targets. The main gun is going to target the Venator, and I've got one twin las cannon which can. All the guns out of range are out of plain sight.
Good.
So we'll start off with this.
So anti-tank again.
Twin link, lovely. Direct hit.
Boo.
Armor Bane. Strength 9. Goes through.
So it goes through.
And you get a 5+ cover save.
I do have a cover save just because of firing through his own stuff. Come on, some luck. No. So I'm definitely dead, but do I explode? I do not explode, but that's the Venator out the game.
So for the death of the Venator, that ends the shooting of the Felbait, so we're going to move on to the last cannon squad. The last cannon squad is going to take pot shots at this filthy speeder in the corner.
Had a bit of a chat with Nick as well. I am not declaring Jink because Nick is firing through all these models, so I'm going to have a 5-up cover save anyway. Jink would only make it a 4-up, and if he survives this round of shooting, at least it means he will be fully active next turn.
Here we go.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't drink.
One hit.
One hit. Armor 11.
Glance.
So what did I glance? And I still have a 5-up. Oh, so it takes the whole point, but finally he will be a fully operational Kizagan.
The Spartan, because it's not moved, it's going to fire all its guns, but because it's been stunned, it's snap firing. So I've declared its primary target is going to be the Keshig.
Close, Kizagan.
And then I'm going to fire the power machine spirit, the last cannon, into the Golden Keshig.
Cool, so I'm not going to be drinking with Kizagan because everything coming its way is snap. I will drink my Golden Keshig because the power of the machine spirit stuff obviously doesn't snap. So starting with the snap firing.
So 6s. Twin linked. One hit.
Oh, peg.
And a pen.
Cool, can't do anything about it. Oh no, you're firing through my models, so I get a 5-up invul. 5-up cover again. Nope, so what does your pen do?
Stunned.
He is stunned because they don't have extra armor. Oh no, sorry, +1 for a last cannon.
Yeah.
So it's only shaken. 1, 2, 3 shaken, 4
Yeah.
stunned. So he's shaken, so he's snap firing anyway and down 1 whole point. Now the heavy bolters.
Nothing again. No.
Nothing. So he is down a whole point and shaken. And then the
Moving on to
power of
the-
the machine spirited ones.
Golden Keshig. So 3's a hit. Twin linked. Well, 2 hits. 2's a wound. 2.
Lovely. And then 2 3-up drinks. They're both fine.
The Spartan is going to snapfire a last cannon over on the Keshig, who's been just glanced. And I'm going to power machine spirit my other last cannon into the bikes.
Okay, the bikes will drink. The Kizagan over there will try his luck and not drink again.
6s fire. Hit him. Nope. Brilliant.
Oh no!
Happened again.
Ah, there he goes. So that even if he explodes,
He did
which he
explode.
does explode, won't do anything because there's no one near him. And then onto the scimitars.
Linked. Oh, only 1 hit. 2's the window. Digi.
Yeah, drink's fine.
Squad is disembarked and is now going to fire its 4 pistols into the chainfist. So I'll start with the closest man throwing 1 crack grenade. And he hits. Wounds on 3. And 1 arm save. And then 16 bolt pistols.
So I'll do all the armor saves at the same time. So all going to be 2-ups. Good amount of hits.
5's wound now.
5s, yeah. Ooh, not bad, not bad.
Grand total of 6 arm saves altogether.
6 armor saves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 dead, and roll another 1. 6. 1 guy falls to the shooting. Nick's being an utter gentleman. I didn't notice that my sergeant was the closest, so he's letting me look out, sir, that wound. So when I 4-up, it goes to another guy. It does, so a normal blood dies.
So everything what hasn't shot has run. So my tactical squad has moved 3 inches. My other tactical squad has moved 2 inches. And my unit destroyers has moved 2 inches as well. We are going to charge here. Would you like to overwatch, Ed?
Sure. So there's 2 volkites still alive in the squad and 2 heavy bolters. So the volkites hitting on 6s. That is 2 hits. And wounding on 2s. That is 2 wounds.
Ooh.
kills a guy, and then deflag, doesn't do anything. And then the heavy bolters, 1 hit, and no wounds. Right, what's your charge, sir?
Charges.
Very healthy 9. Right, we'll get them moved in, and we'll let Nick pick up an absolute bucket of dice. Nick is furiously concentrating on holding 1,000,000 dice. We've worked it out, and is it 74 attacks?
76.
76 attacks that Nick's normal men have, and then if I survive that, his sergeant, who has challenged my sergeant, then gets to smash me with a power fist. So, Nick has kindly let me do my attacks first. So, my sergeant, who's in the challenge, hitting on 4s, he hits once. Wounding on a 4. He doesn't wound, so Nick's sergeant's going to get to smash me back. Now, my normal men, apologies for picking up dice, hitting on 4s. Ooh, 3. And then wounding on 4s for 1 whole wound. Nick, if you'd be so kind. He saves. Right. Everybody prepare yourself for an avalanche of World Eater's dice. Nick is kindly here with his paws full of dice. So this is 35.
36.
36 to start us off with. Re-rolling, is it, I believe?
Yes.
Yeah, so hitting on 4s and re-rolling because of hatred. Because for some reason the World Eater hates me. Okay, so 20 hits, and then Nick is re-rolling for hatred. Remember, this is still the first batch. After doing the first half, Nick managed to get 32 hits. So we've got another 27 attacks coming in here.
With hatred again.
With hatred again. So I'll just work this. This one should be a bit quicker, so I'll keep this one on camera. Lovely, so all those hit first off. And then we've got hatred. Very
2 misses.
around. After that monstrous amount of attacks, Nick has ended up with 58 wounds. So here is 50 of them. Re-rolling 1s. So he's wounding me on 4s because he's all got chain axes. And re-rolling 1s because he's a World Eater and he charged. So, 100 for those 1s.
Well, once.
Not that many. Right, and then we need another. We'll work out how many wounds that is, and then we need another 8. Pray for me. Here's the other 8.
Finally 8.
Nick promises me this is the last time he gets to roll.
The other one.
Oh, so that's another 7. Wow. So we got 32 wounds, and then we've just had another 7. So that is 39. Wow. To save myself a load of hassle, I'm rolling Nick's dice because there's a massive pile of them and I can just roll those. Now roll 3 at a time because these are the normal bods. So, so far so good. 1 dead so far. 2 at a time now. 2. Come on, boys. Do the 1 guy left of the normal boys, I should say. Do the White Scars proud. Come on, in the trade account. So I'll just re-roll that one because I just dropped one on the floor. Come on. Oh, you got this. You're going to earn yourself a name. Oh, come on. I mean, it doesn't really matter when your sergeant's about to swing with a power fist anyway, but can I do it? Ah! So, we got the last ones onto the sergeant. So, let's see if Sarge can survive. He did very well. I'll try and roll in the corner. Come on, Sarge. 3. Ah, there we go. So, with 4 wounds left and your sergeant still to swing, he takes out the squad. So, Nick's consolidation.
Towards the nearest enemy that can hurt. 5 inches.
Right, we'll get that shifted.
After moving my 5 inches towards the nearest enemy model, that ends my consolidation and ends my turn.
Yeah, we measured up. The Keshig was a little further away than the Golden Keshig, so he's gone there. Beginning of my turn 2, I am praying for my reserves. So, the Custodian Squad on a 3-up are in, and the Storm Eagle, because I'm White Scars, I get +1 to the first thing I call in a reserve. So the Storm Eagle on a 2-up, whew, I saw the 1 bounce there. Thankfully, the reserve show up. very tricky movement phase for me there. I really didn't know what to do. So, in the end, I decided to bring the Storm Eagle in right on top of the Fellblade. This thing has 5 Terminators, all with chainfists. Their job is to deal with the Fellblade. So, because I'm right on top of it, even if it moves 12 away, by the time I land and disembark, I'll be right on it next turn. It will die next turn, I promise myself. The Storm Eagle also has its las cannons and melters right on top of the Fellblade, so I can try and, if I get really lucky, I might actually be able to drag it down this turn and then the Terminator free as is. And Power of the Machine spiriting its templates on top of the las cannons. That's his plan. Over here was the trickier stuff. Now, as you probably saw from the camera, I really didn't know what to do with my custodies. My initial thought was over here, but then all that would happen is everything else would just drive away from them. Spartan obviously gets to move full, these boys would be miles away, and the destroyers have jump packs, they'd be moving 12, and then the custodies would be out of the fight, not doing anything. Everywhere else was a bit too dangerous, so I ended up coming, I wanted to be here and scattered, and luckily, by the skin of my teeth, I thought I'd randomly landed on top of the World Eaters first, but I'd luckily just gone to the side. So they're in the fight, hopefully. They will get to shoot, obviously, this turn. And then, as I say, the las cannons should be dead from the Storm Eagle, because this will happen, I'm promising myself. And then the custodians will get to get involved with this big blobbo fight over here. Kizgan has moved across. My final remaining jet bike squad has jumped up into this building for some defence, and the Golden Keshig have gone balls deep, ladies and gentlemen. I did consider going into the 20-man squad, and I would have done if they had their guns fully operational, but Nick made them jinx, so they can't fire their templates. So I'm going to pick on this 10-man squad, which will obviously go better than the 5-man squad did, and then I will use the consolidation, or if they don't die, hit and run, to bomb over this way, and hopefully drag Nick with me into the custodians. That is the White Scars plans, because we are not just crazy world eaters that charge stuff, we have a plan. The plan's not going well so far, but we have a plan. Starting my shooting phase, I'm going to start off with the Storm Eagle. First thing I'm going to do is Power of the Machine Spirit his big blast templates into this unit of las cannons. So, it's got 2 shots, so the first one scatters a massive 5 inches and goes bang, hitting, I'd say, all of 2. And then we get the second shot, which goes an absolute mass again. 62, that goes 5 inches again. Looks like straight backwards to me, so that one's going to be straight off. So all of 2 hits. So strength 5, wounding on 4s. That is all 1 wound. As the strength 5, wounding on 3, so 2 wounds. Both fine. And the rest of the Storm Eagle firing. So the 2 Twin Link Las and the Melta going into the Fellblade. Now Nick didn't buy Armoured Ceramite for this thing, so the Melta should hopefully do some decent damage. So, Twin Linked Multi-Melta. He misses, but he's Twin Linked. He hits. So, we decided everything's on the side armour, even though I've really awkwardly positioned the Storm Eagle coming over the top of the Fellblade. So, needing a 5. So that is definitely a pen. And then on a 5 or a 6, no, so he takes 1 hull point from the Melta. Now the 2 Las, hitting on 3s, lovely, and then needing 4s to glance. That is 2 pens, and causing 1 explosion, so that is 1 hull point plus another 1 hull point. So takes down a grand total of 3 hull points. Correction, that is 4 hull points off the Fellblade. The custodians who've just dropped out of the atmosphere are now going to fire into the las cannon squad that the Storm Eagle failed to do any damage to. So the Guardian Spear Bolters, 2 shots each, hitting on 2s. Lovely for everyone. And strength 4, so wounding on 4s. When I can set the dice. For a grand total of 1 wound. Yay! Kills a guy. And now the shield captain, who has a paragon spear, so a paragon bolter, he hits on 2s. He hits once. It is strength 5, so wounding on 3s. No wounds. Oh dear. My Kizgan, who was shaken last turn, is going to fire everything into the big blob. Hopefully do some damage. Anyway, the Carries hitting on 6s for absolutely nothing. And then autocannons, so 4 of them. And twin linked. 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. 2 wounds.
So arm saves. Feel no pain. Lives.
Oh! Okay, as I want to charge them, the Golden Keshig and my Praetor are now firing into these boys, the 10-man squad. As you remember last turn, the Spartan made them drink, so again they're snap firing. So Praetor with his heavy bolter misses, and using the bolt pistols on the gentleman, I get 1 hit. And I get, in the tray, no wounds. And last thing in my shooting phase, this fully fledged squad of scimitars opening up into this massive brick of world eaters over here. So, volkites first, hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s. Now rerolling 1s because I moved quickly. So, that is a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 volkite wounds.
So arm saves. Feel no pain. I felt the pain.
And volkite again, wounds again,
Felt the pain again.
kills again, feel no pain, yeah.
Feel the pain.
Yeah, kills 2. And then the heavy bolters. So hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because I moved quick. No 1s, but 6 wounds this time for me, please, Nick.
Arm saves. Ooh, feel 4. Feel no pains.
Excellent. Drag down another 3. So that was 5 from that squad in total.
Roll test. Need a 9 to stay.
Oh, thank God.
And run away at a grand total of 9 inches.
9 inches. Back towards Nick's board edge, which is that one. Have the tables turned? With me catching a break of this World Eater squad running backwards, they've ended up there. And the next thing and last thing I'm going to do in my turn is charge the Golden Keshig. So, Overwatch if you please, Sir Nick.
Crack grenade for closest man. No. And ball pistols. 1. No wounds.
No wounds, right. I get a very healthy 10-inch charge. I'll get that moved in and then we'll start rolling more dice. Into the combat with the Golden Keshig and my Praetor. Praetor has issued a challenge into Nick's Sargent, and Nick's Sargent has accepted. So in he goes. So the Hammer of Wrath from the Praetor goes into him and doesn't wound. And then I have 5 other Hammer of Wraths, which cause a very healthy 3 wounds. Dragging down 2. Excellent. No apothecary in that unit, Nick?
No.
No, wonderful. And once again, I'm electing not to use their spears because I'd rather use their power weapons instead. So straight into the Praetor, who has 6 attacks on the charge. Now these are not as cheeky as the veteran, so he does still bump up 1 weapon skill, but only takes him to weapon skill 5 instead of 6. So I am hitting him on 3s. One of these is Mastercrafted for 5 hits, and I'm wounding him on 3s. So I kill him, 1 and 1 more guy. Dropping down to initiative 4. Do my attacks first. I've got 2 gentlemen with power swords and I'm weapon skill 5, so I'm hitting on 3s. Yeah, ooh, very nice. And wounding on 4s. Now, for anyone wondering, these boys didn't move 12, so I don't get to reroll any of the 1s. But that is 2 dead. They will get to swing back though. Nick's swinging back at initiative 4 before my axes and hammers go. Hitting me on 4s.
With hatred.
With hatred. Very nice rolling, Nick. Well done.
Perfect roll.
And wounding me on 4s.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, very nice.
Grand total of 7.
Grand total of 7. Right then. Here we go. One at a time. Sword boy. Sword boy. He's dead. Other sword boy. Keep going on the swords. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. And 1 more. No. So you kill a power sword in return. My power axes. Again, hitting on 3s. And killing on 3s. They take out another 4 men.
That's all one.
And that's the rest of the squad. Excellent. I will quickly roll my consolidation / my get away from Khan move for a 4. Leaving nothing but blood behind them, the Golden Keshig have shifted off this way. I debated going this way back up the Custodian squad, but this blob of World Eaters would be able to charge into them and they still get 1,000,000 attacks. We agreed that the Spartan can't roll through this gap, so they are fairly safe from Khan this phase. And with this squad running, when they rally, they won't be able to charge me into return, so I should be able to pick on them.
Beginning my turn 3, see if my squad rallies. They do. So the drop pods came back on. That flew over to do its burn. They've rallied, got in position to snap fire. Got Spartan lined up. See what I need to kill here because there's a lot. Khan and his units finally got out. So hopefully get a charge off here. I've moved some men to guard from the Terminators inside. The Fell Blade and the last cannons are looking down at a nice juicy target. Dreadclaws flew over, doing his heat blast. D6 hits. 2 hits. Strength 5, so I need 6s. Nothing.
Also on a 1, you cause a penetrating hit to yourself, sir.
Let's see. We're all 3 and fine. No. Fellblade has elected to fire its AT shell right on these guys. Or hopefully get a direct hit. It's direct hit.
Lovely. So that's 4 hits.
4 AP2, strength 9, so 2s. For 3 in-runs.
3 in-runs, so I'll do 2 on the first guy first. 5 up. So front guy is alive with 1 wound. No, dies. So front guy dead.
I'll fire Demolish Cannon next. Ooh. Scattering 1 inch.
So I'll still hit all of them because it's the big template.
Choose the wound at strength 10. Or 3.
So 3 wounds.
Instant death.
Yes, this will instant kill them. So I'll put them on normal bods. So normal bod is alive. Normal bod is dead. And last normal bod is dead. So it's the shield captain alive on his own.
Quad-las cannon on the left hand side is going to shoot the shield captain. For double hit. 2 in-runs.
2 in-runs, he's got a 3 up because he's got a praesidium shield. He's fine, and he's fine.
Next is heavy bolters. So, pintle mounted heavy bolter. Draw hit. 4 is the wound, your toughness 5.
Yeah.
For 2 arm saves.
2 arm saves, 2 ups. He's fine.
And last, the twin link heavy bolter on it. Twin link, lovely. Oof. For nothing.
Lovely, so shield captain is stood there on his own.
To finish off the fell blade, its right hand side las cannon is going to shoot at the aircraft, needing 6s.
I will drink just in case.
1 hit so far.
Oh,
Just 1 hit. Lovely drink though.
lucky I drink. So armor 12.
Freeze the glance. With a pen.
Oh dear. 4 up drink. Fine. Glad I made that call.
4 las cannons at the shield captain. Freeze it. Choose the wound. 3 in-runs.
3 in-runs. He takes a wound. He takes 1 wound. He's down to 3.
Spartan is going to fire its right hand side sponsor. Paramachine Spirit into him.
And the other one
In
into
the
Golden Keshig.
Yes.
So into the shield captain.
2 hits. 2 to wound. 2 more in-runs.
3 up. 3 up. Shield captain's fine. Now into the Golden Keshig, who are drinking.
So normal plus skill. 2 hits. 1 drink.
3 up drink. No, lose a Golden Keshig.
And start firing the bolter. Nothing. Oh, 1 hit. And grand total of nothing.
And that's all the firepower going into my shield captain. So he now needs a morale check. Leadership 10, and he's absolutely fine.
From the rallying squad, snap firing only. So 6 is to hit. 4 pistols. 1 hit. Failed the wound. And the closest man is going to throw a crack grenade. And he failed the hit. Collins plus pistol, firing into the Golden Keshig. For a hit. And a wound.
Lovely, already drinked, so I get my 3 up. He's fine.
Crack grenade of the closest man. Hit. And arm save, please.
Fine.
And 4 pistols from the mainland squad. That's the wound. For grand total of 3.
3, let's see. Weirdly, I kind of want to fail some of these so the charge is harder. 1, in the box. Oh, Ed. Right, I'm going to stop rolling like that. 1, 2, 3. So, didn't lose anyone, but still means the charge is viable.
Finally, for my shooting phase, the Spartan with its right hand spot on that is going to shoot the jetpack squad on the top of the building.
I'm not going to drink because I want them fully functional.
Do it. 1 wound.
1 wound. They are in cover, so 4 up for the ruins. He's fine.
And the second last cannon is going to do a cheeky shot at the aircraft.
Which has already drinked.
Linked. 1
1
hit.
hit, lovely. Armour 12.
10.
10. And fine. So my drinks have been good this turn.
Really have. In my shooting phase, I've done a run move with a tackle squad to guard the fell blade, and the destroyers have ran alongside them.
I didn't even see this move, so some great play by Nick here.
Collins' unit has disembarked and is now going to make a 6-inch charge because of -2 for cover into the Golden Keshig. Would you like to Overwatch?
I would love to Overwatch now. They jinked, so they can't fire their template weapon, but in Overwatch, it's not a template weapon, it's a wall of flame, so 3 of them. Getting D3 wall of flame for a lovely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So strength 5, so wounding on 3s. And that is a lovely 5 wounds. No special AP. It is pinning, but this doesn't matter in the charge phase.
Feel up in. He lived.
He's absolutely fine. And then the Praetor with his heavy bolter hits the once and doesn't wound. So, as Nick said, it's 4 inches, but there's a bit of cover in the way, so they've got a 6-incher, which they fail. Some reprieve for the White Scars. That's my movement phase. Again, a bit tricky. So, with Nick's wonderful shielding play, I shifted my Storm Eagle over to this side. I'm hoping his shooting will clear a path for the Terminators to be able to charge into the Fellblade. Obviously, I had to keep them an inch away, so the Terminators are a bit backed up. If I have to charge into the World Eaters, so be it, but obviously I am wanting to kill the Fellblade. Up here, the shield captain had 2 choices. He could have gone hunting for las cannons, but it would have been a 7-inch charge from here up into the cover and to the boys. Not a huge fan of that, so I thought I'll actually gang up with my Praetor and the shield captain and we'll start working on these squads and deal with Khan when he comes bursting in as well. Kizgan shifted round. He's actually got something you can shoot at this turn. Yay! And the only other squad I have is this scimitar squad. I did something incredibly cheeky. Feel free to judge me. I moved one boy 12 inches over to the other side of the squad, which means, in my interpretation of the rules, they get to reroll 1s to wound because the squad moved 12 inches. Nick is shaking his head in utter disgust at me, but right now, looking at this board, I don't care. The Storm Eagle is going to fire everything it can at this squad because closest men are these, and that will clear me a channel into the Fellblade for the Terminators. Firing the big guns using the power of the machine spirit on his head gets me 5. So, first shot scatters 1 inch. So that's still going to hit a lovely 4. And the second one. And that one scatters 1 inch. So that one hits another 5, would you say, Nick?
Yeah.
5. So 9 in total from that. Strength 5, needing 3s to wound. Not my best work. 4 wounds for me, please, Nick.
Killing 2.
Kills 2, and as it's not barrage, it goes on the first closest. The channel is open. Now, I will fire the other weapons into the same squad. They're all snap firing, but they are twin linked. So, 2 twin linked las cannons, 1 hit. No, second one doesn't hit, and then it wounds. Nick, do we say you get a cover save? Because I'm firing through the Terminators technically, and I didn't declare which las cannon it was, so I'd say 5 up, sir.
He died anyway.
He died anyway. And then the multi-melta misses, twin linked, and that misses too. So, the plan is in action. This squad needs a morale check.
Starts the life on 9. That's the end.
Absolutely fine. Into my cataphracties, and one special thing. The Cyber Eagle is out. Now that means I get to reroll 1s to hit. So the front rank is within melta range. So side armour. So the front 3 guys hitting on 3s but rerolling 1s. That is 2 hits. And then the boys who are not in melta range hitting on 3s. So that is 2 non-melta range, which I'll roll now. Side armour 13, so needing 5s to glance. So that's nothing from them. And the 2 in melta range. First one is a glance, thank you. And the second one is a pen, which does not an explode. So that just does 1. So I take off 2 hull points in total.
Down to half.
Onto the Keshig, who is opening up into the Dreadclaw.
I will drink.
Wise, wise. So, first off, here's Kerry's. Hitting on 3s, because it is a skimmer. I don't have strafing run against it. So that is 4 hits. And then strength 6, armor 12, so needing 6s. So that is 1 auto pen because of rend. And the drink.
Plus. Ooh.
So the pen goes through. What does it do? It is shaken. And then I have 4 autocannon shots. Hitting on 3s. Lovely. Strength 7. So needing 5s to glance, 6s to pen. And I get absolutely nothing. In the centre of this blob, well, the centre of my battlefield, because all I'm doing is playing up this end, I could fire the shield captain into this squad. He's got an AP3 paragon bolter, and all I'd be doing is making my charge a lot harder, so he is not going to fire. The Golden Keshig and my Praetor, however, they did drink last turn, so they're firing. So 3 bolt pistols on 6s, 1 bolt pistol hits, doesn't wound, and then 3 heavy bolter shots from the Praetor on 6s, 1 hit, and a wound.
I'll save.
Fine. Last thing in my shooting phase. These scimitars, I was originally planning on firing into this squad and helping out the combat, but I think I've got that combat. If I'm on the charge, the World Eaters aren't as scary, and Khan's squad is still fully operational. So I'm hoping to wipe out the front rank of them. There's only 4 I can see, but that's however many million less attacks when they charge me, Nick. So, volkites first, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 2s, and as I said, I was being cheeky, so they get to reroll 1s. So that is 4 wounds, please, Nick.
3 pistols here for feeling pain. Ooh. Feel 2.
And volkite wounds twice again.
Oh, feel again, feel a pain. Oh,
well,
4.
And as I said, the volkite have done all the work, so the heavy bolter can't see anymore, so that's the front rank dead, and no point firing heavy bolters.
What's 16 attacks there?
16. I knew it was some ungodly number. The assaults. So, obviously these 2 are charged in the same squad. I've elected to go with the Golden Keshig first, so they're going to eat the Overwatch.
So, crack grenade. Hit. An arm save. And then 4 pistols.
Nice shoot.
For another 3. So 4 altogether.
4 altogether.
Come on, roll some 1s.
So, normal bard, normal bard, normal bard, and normal bard. Not this time, Satan. Right, I am just an inch away, so I'm automatically in, but I want a decent roll on my charge because then I can play shenanigans, roll around the sides, and again, make distance off that squad. So, the Golden Keshig go a lovely healthy 9, and the Shield Captain goes 8. Wonderful, I'll get those moved in. In the other charge that really matters, these Terminators are going for the Fellblade. Now, it's a 5-inch charge, and what I failed to tell Nick is that the White Scars have a special rule, which is once per game I automatically succeed in a charge. You look doubtful, Nick.
Don't you at all,
I don't. Utter lies. So, I wish it was true. 5-inch charge.
You're in, man.
I'm so nervous. Shield Captain is electing to challenge, and Nick's Sargent has accepted. But first things are the Hammer of Wraths from my Golden Keshig. So 4 of them, and they cause 2 wounds, sir.
Right.
Absolutely fine. Now then, the Shield Captain has got a Paragon Spear, but he cannot use its 2-handed profile because he's got the praesidium shield. But no matter, I've still got 7 attacks on the charge because I've got digi lasers. I am hitting on 3s because I'm a better weapon skill. And I have lightning blows, so 6s mean I get to go again. So that is 3 6s, so I will just roll like that. That is a ridiculous amount of hits. I'll do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits from 7 attacks. God, custodians are horrible. And he is, I say, I don't get the 200 bonus, so he's only at strength 6, only. So 2's to kill. So that is 6.
I feel no pain.
And you feel no pain. Oh, did I get any 6? So that is 1 instant death, and all the others feel no pain. So Sargent's dead, or at least you get to elect. How are you doing it, Nick?
Sergeant has to die, he's in charge.
Oh yes, okay. Sargent dead, and then on to the best.
3 more die.
3 more die. So Shield Captain kills 4 himself. After the mighty Shield Captain, my humble Praetor goes now. He has 6 attacks on the charge, hitting on 3s, with one of them master crafted. Lovely, so he hits 5 times, and then he is wounding on 3s, and again didn't move quick with these, so I'm not re-rolling 1s, but that is another 3, 1 instant death and 2 feel no pains for me, Nick. So he kills 2 himself. After those 2 characters went, Nick has 8 normal men in the apothecary left, and Nick has chosen to
rev the nails.
Rev those nails. So my men, I should just point out, are 2 power axes and the Thunderhammer, so all of Nick's guys are going first, and they're going into my Golden Keshig.
And I still get hatred.
You still get hatred. Awesome. So if you roll 1s on this, does this mean they...
No, it's at the end of combat.
Ah, right. Oh, nice. That's a good one. You're not helping my absolute love of World Eaters here, Nick.
I really am not trying to. You'd want to join me.
I really do.
For all these hits, and force to wound you.
Yes, because we've got axes.
No bonuses or rerolls for me at all, because I didn't charge. But still.
Doesn't look like you need them. That is 14 saves I need to make on my squad. So, I'm going to start them on the Praetor and then I'm going to roll back. So, Praetor takes a wound straight away. That is not a good start. Praetor. Okay, let's stop rolling them on the Praetor. Normal bod. Normal bod. Come on. Oh, 1 normal bod dead. So, I'm down to 1 normal bod and the Sergeant of the squad. So, this is still on the normal bod. So both normal. So I'm left with 1 wound on the Praetor and Sargent alive. After losing my 2 power axe gentlemen, I am down to my Sargent, who is with his Thunderhammer hitting on 3s and wounding or killing, because even the apothecary can't help from this. He kills 1 more himself.
For the survivors, on a roll of 1, they are removed from play because I rev the nails. None of them are removed.
Ooh, a very good move.
But I am minus...
-5, so I killed 7, Nick killed 2, so...
I need a 3 to stay.
Oh,
and they are
insane courage! Oh, right, on that move, I will hit and run with my Praetor. So, I'm going to say the famous words, anything but a 6. After that absolutely wonderful failure to get out of combat there, Nick has replayed my jankiness with the scimitars by being completely janky himself over here. I stepped in my 3 inches with the shield captain to get into combat, and then Nick stepped in with his boys into the scimitars over here, which means my shield captain is now out of combat, meaning he can be shot by a lot of laser cannons. But I do get my consolidate of 6. Oh good, I can roll 6 at good times. And that's where I decided to place my shield captain. Another bit of discussion with Nick. That's why I love playing Nick. He's great at the tactics and helping with this sort of stuff. Half of me wanted to put the shield captain here and be a bit of a blocker for this squad. However, current standing is this unit with Khan in it would need a 9-inch charge to get in here, and I'm willing to play that bet. Shield captain went there, they've got an easier charge. So what I've actually done is shifted him down this way, making him a threat to this angle of the World Eaters. This last cannon team really wants to be either dealing with the Storm Eagle or my scimitars. I want them firing at my 3-up invuln shield captain. And if they're not, he's going to start working his way down. Last thing to do in my combat phase is the main event, blowing up the Fellblade. So, all of these Terminators have chainfists, so I've got an ungodly amount of attacks, 15 of them. So, hitting on 3s, and obviously they're all armor bane. So, to save you all sitting and watching me do this, I'll work out how many pens we get. After rolling it all up, I managed to get 9 hits, and 8 of those penetrated. Only had 6 hull points, so it's dead, whatever we do, so there's no point rolling for explosion results. So now, just the big, super heavy explosion. I don't want it to do supernova, and it doesn't do the big bada boom. And Nick is rolling that scatter, and it is shifting 9 inches all the way over there. So we'll get it all worked out because it's a bit complicated, and then we'll get back to you with the results. After the Fellblade's catastrophic explosion, basically the template landed on the front of my Storm Eagle. Now, as you know, obviously it's on the floor, so it's going to take a strength D hit. Then after that, there were 4 Terminators in the strength 8 ring and 1 World Eater. And then after that, we had 1 of my Terminators and 3 of the World Eaters in the strength 4 ring. So, Nick's going to start off by rolling the D hit, which I cannot jink because it's not in the shooting phase on my Storm Eagle. Roll a 1 for me, please, Nick. No. So that is the D3 hull point, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Go for it. So it does 2 hull points.
And a penetrating hit.
And a penetrating hit. Which, does it have any AP as D? So I just looked it up, and yep, so it's AP 2 on the D, so that Storm Eagle explodes. So we will quickly see how far that then explodes. For 2 inches, so it's not going to hit anyone, but we'll now do the 4 strength 8 hits on my Terminators.
What, 2 armor saves?
Or 2 armor saves, AP 3. So I get full Terminator armor, which is fine. 1 strength 8 hit on the World Eater, which kills him at AP 3. And then 1 of my Terminators at strength 4, doesn't wound. And 3 World Eaters at strength 4. A bit complicated, sorry peeps. And that is 1 wound, which kills him as well. Right, whew, got there.
I will do its counter assault. I've moved the squads into position. I have not used the jump axe on the destroyers, so I can get hammer off and a reroll for charging.
Got some nice last cannons looking at them as well.
Spartan's got in position to help with those filthy jet bikes over there. He's moved over to do another flame burn. Can't think of the name. My squad has barely moved in the middle because I rolled a 4 on my difficult terrain. And this Spartan has moved 6 inches and turned round to help gun down some more of these. Heat Blast on side armour, D6 hits. 1 hit, ooh. And see if I hurt him.
You do!
Penetrating hit.
strength 5 against armor 11, so
Oh,
glance.
glance, sorry.
But I didn't jink, so that does take out the keys again. But on a roll of a 1, you penetrate yourself. You don't. So the heat blast from the Dreadclaw takes out my keys again.
Starting with this, Spartan is going to fire both its las cannons into the bikes.
Drink!
So, Power Machine Spirit and normal shot. Linked. Oof. 3 jinks.
3 ups, and my Sargent is nowhere near, so I don't have to worry about him, and they're all fine.
Staff fire in the heavy water. Nothing.
Or nothing. Cool, we'll move straight over at the Spartan.
Going to do exactly the same. Power Machine Spirit and normal shot. Oh. 3 more.
3 more. 3 up drinks. 2 dead that time.
And I've got Staff fire and heavy water. 1 hit. And 1 arm save.
That's fine. That is enough to cause a panic in, so quick leadership check. They're absolutely fine.
Tactical squad is going to shoot into the Terminators. So 4 ball pistols. And 4 wounds.
Oh,
And
vicious.
1 crack grenade off the closest man. So hit. And wound. 5 arm saves, please.
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. 1 guy dies.
Unit of Destroyers is going to fire their ball pistols. So 10 shots. Oh, not the best. But 2.
2 more. Oh, come on. Morale check for the Terminators, who lost 2 from the squad. And they fail. Oh dear. And they are running grand total of 4. There they end up after running towards my long edge.
Heavy weapon team, 4 las cannons into the shield captain.
Cool.
Oh, only 2 hits though.
Good.
Does the wound. 2 in wounds.
2, 3 up involved. He takes a wound. He takes 1 wound. He's down to 2.
Khan's unit has ran a grand total of 4 inches towards the enemy. I'm declaring a charge here on this fleeing unit.
Okay, because I'm fleeing, if I pass a leadership check, they just turn around and fight. If I fail it, they are just wiped. And I promptly fail, so that is my Terminators just taken off the board. Into the ongoing combat with the Praetor and the Golden Keshig. So the Praetor goes first. There is no one to challenge in that squad, is there?
Apothecary still alive.
Oh, can I challenge your Apothecary then?
Apothecary refuses.
Ah, worldy to my bones. Anyway, so my Praetor will then fight 5 attacks. 1 of them hitting on 3, sorry. 1 of them is mastercrafted. So that is a grand total of 3 hits. And 3's to kill. Or wound, I should say. That is 3 wounds, but you get your feel my pain when I can get dice up.
Oh, nothing.
Kill 3. Good. My other Ebon Keshig has the Thunder Hammer, so he ain't going. So it is the World Eaters.
I've elected to rev the nails again because Apothecary's still alive. He can't fight, but normal men, no bonuses at all this round.
Yay!
It doesn't look like I need it, Red.
So you hit me on 4s.
And wounding on 4s. We're going to all the 4.
4, right. Sargent's tanking, and Sargent is tanking them all. Lovely. So my Sarge now gets to hit back. He's got 2 attacks now, hitting on 3s because he's weapon skill 5. So he hits once and wounding or killing on a 2, I should say. So he doesn't kill anyone, but I win the combat by 3. So leadership down to 5.
And I pass again.
Can you pass again? Oh, that's bad.
Let's see who burns out for the nail when I rev the nails. 1 man is removed.
My turn 4 movement, and I am exceedingly reduced now. So, with the loss of the Terminators down here, I have entirely given up basically the bottom end of the board. Up here, my Praetor is still fighting hard against this tactical squad. Again, I'm hoping to take them out and then run away from Khan Shield Captain had a couple of choices. Again, he could have started marching towards the las cannons, but it was a massive charge he'd have had to make, and they just got a las cannon in the face. So actually, I'm going to try and take out Khan. Shield Captain can't get me any objectives, and I might as well just throw him into combat where he's a monster and try and hurt the World Eaters as much as I can. And over here, the last squad I have, 4 scimitar jet bikes, have broken cover. If I sit still, I'm just going to get las cannon repeatedly. So the broken cover, they're just going to try and melta bomb this Spartan. I've elected not to shoot my Shield Captain because he's got an AP3 weapon, and that'll just make my charge even harder because he'll be hitting on 2s and killing or wounding on 3s, and I don't want to make my charge any harder. So straight into that charge phase. Shield Captain, 5-inch charge, but first taking a face full of Overwatch.
4 pistols. 1. Crack grenade of the closest man.
Nice.
And Khan's plasma pistol. No. So 3s, wounded, and 5s. No. 1 arm save, please.
So 2 up arm save. He's fine, and I need a 5-inch charge to get into these.
Well done, 1.
No, 7. So the Shield Captain gets in. On the other flank, this scimitar squad going into the Spartan. They're in very happily. I will just roll up whether their melta bomb does anything straight away. So hitting on a 3, it hits. Strength 8 against armor 14, so needing a 6 on 2 dice. That is a glance, and that is it. Saving the Shield Captain till last, we'll go back to the Praetor, who is again issuing a challenge on the apothecary.
And you will not accept.
Oh, fine. So the Praetor swinging into the squad, 5 attacks, hitting on 3s with one of them mastercrafted. So that is 3 hits. And wounding on 3s. That is 3 wounds, but feel no pains.
1 lives.
Right, so that's 1 normal guy alive in the apothecary, who gets to swing because my Thunderhammer is Mr. 1.
I will rest the nails on the last remaining man. 1 hit. Fail to wound.
Lovely. And then my Thunderhammer gets to swing twice, and he hits once. And killing on a 2. He kills another guy. So I win by 3. So you're down to leadership 5 again with just the apothecary alive.
And fail.
He fails. I get a 4. You get a 1. So I manage to wipe the squad. And I consolidate 2 inches. The main event. The Shield Captain has gone charging into Khan's squad. The Emperor's finest here. I issued a challenge. And Nick, not being an absolute worst, accepted with Khan. Thank you very much for this. So I'm initiative 6, so I'm going first, and Khan is weapon skill 8, so I'm only hitting it, or in a challenge I should say, so I'm only hitting him on 4s with my paragon spear. So that is 4 hits and 2 lightning strikes, which hit again, excellent work, and then I'm strength 6, so I'm wounding him on 2s, and that is no instant deaths, and 4 wounds, sir. AP2.
4 plus 1 save from a 9 heal up. Oh. Feel no pains.
Oh, of course, feel no pain.
Khan
No,
dies.
Khan is taken down, but now an ungodly amount of attacks from everyone else. Okay, after the Shield Captain managed to take out Khan, all the other World Eaters are swinging in, and Nick has elected to rev those nails again. So it's 9 men are in range, and then the apothecary on top. So they hit me on 5s because I have the praesidium shield. But they reroll everything because it's hatred, first round of combat.
Fives again.
There we go.
Not too bad.
Lovely, lovely. And then I am toughness 5, but as Nick has chain axes, wounding me on 5s, re-rolling 1s, was it Nick?
Rolling on 4s.
See, wounding on 4s, re-rolling 1s.
No, I did Josh.
No, oh, is that only on the charge? Okay, wound on 4s.
Not the greatest roll ever.
Ooh, but we've all seen how I'm rolling this game.
4 grand total of 8.
8, and I have 2 wounds remaining. So my 2-up save, here we go. Oh, I'm going to come around and make it easier. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it takes a wound, he's down to 1 wound. 6, 7, 1 more. Here we go. 8. Oh, he's alive on 1 wound, and that means I win the combat.
I have a
power
fist to
fist.
step in.
I got ahead of myself. 2 seconds, we'll get him in. So the cheeky power fist, again hitting me on 5s, but re-rolling because of hatred. 2 hits, wounding me on 2s.
Oh,
so 1 wound. I've got a 3-up invuln. No! It was close though. Would you like to consolidate off me, sir?
I have to. 5 inches
5
towards the nearest
inches.
enemy I can hurt.
Lovely, which will be the Golden Keshig.
Let's see if any of my men die from revving the nails. Roll a 1, they're removed. Oh, 2 are removed. My last cannons I've removed to get some cheeky shots up over there. I've moved the squads up, just in case Ed goes for the hidden objectives. Spartans span round. Squads moved for the assault. Got some Spartan shots over there. And the Dreadclaw has moved over. Heat blast as I move over. 4. Strength 5, so force wound. 1 arm save, please.
1 arm save on the Sargent. Oh, I am not having much luck rolling in this box today. No, he's fine.
The Dreadclaw has flat out to get out of the way for the Spartans shooting. So both twin las cannons into the Praetor.
Drink.
Knocks.
4 hits.
4 hits.
Wounding on 2s.
Only 2 wounds then.
2 wounds. I'm going to look out, sir, off my Praetor, which both pass off. And then 3-up drink, which the Sergeant's dead. So on the Praetor, he lives. So Praetor's alive on his own on 1 wound. Now to take the heavy bolters. 3 hits. And 2 wounds. And Praetor is alive.
4 pistols. So the close man's going to throw a crack grenade.
So he's shooting at my Praetor.
Praetor, yes.
So crack grenade missed.
And then ball pistols. Not the best rolling. 5 to wound Joe. Still goes 3 wounds.
3 wounds. So if I fail any of them, my Praetor is dead. And that's it. My Praetor's dead. I'm left with 4 scimitars on the table.
Heavy weapons have moved, so I'm hitting now on 6s into those reject bikes on the far side.
Drink anyway.
6s. Oh, nothing. Spartan has moved, so I will power machine spirit 1 and fire the last cannon full burst skill into the jet bikes.
I've already drinked.
So 3's dead, yeah. With a twin linked. Oh, fail. 2's wound. For 3 jinx saves, please.
Oh dear. So look out, sirs, off my Sergeant. 1 fail, so Sergeant drinks and is fine. And then 2 more saves. 1's fine, 2 fine.
Cool. Heavy bolter.
Oh, 2 seconds.
Nothing. Nothing. You're safe. Whew.
Not the most exciting movement phase I've ever had in my life. So I've just moved this squad round and we're going to charge into the Spartan again for a couple of reasons. If I make a break for any of the objectives, then I'm going to take an ungodly amount of las cannon fire. If I just target this Spartan, if I blow it up, that's a couple less las cannon shots I'm taking. There's also a bit of cover, a bit of support from those las cannons over there. And if I don't blow it up, if I get lucky and immobilise it, then it can't turn and shoot as much as it wants to. And it's a big shield from the other las cannons. And I do have turn 6. So if these boys survive, they can make a late turn burst for any objectives, and I could get lucky to War Allies, and I could steal the game right from under the World Eater's noses. Skipping over shooting, because I've got nothing to shoot at, straight into the charge phase. These boys charging into the Spartan, very happily in. And then one melta bomb, hitting on a 3, which hits. And then once again, strength 8, needing to beat a 6 on 2 dice. That is a pen. +2. And I managed to do a weapon destroyed. So Nick, if you'd like to delegate.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
1, 2,
3, 4, 5,
Yep.
6, yeah?
Mhm.
And I take out that sponson of las cannons.
Last turn of the game. 2 of them have moved, 2 of them stayed still for line of sight purposes and contested objective. Spartans moved up for shooting, contested objective. Worldy blob moving forward. Don't think I'm going to get the charge, but objective right there. Spartans span round with its 1 remaining quad las cannon. Get some shots off. Destroyers have moved up, left the middle objective though. But I'm hoping to get some shots. And this squad has moved up here to try and grab that objective in the shooting phase. So they've ran 3 inches and now scored that objective. Final infantry squad has ran, captured the objective on his side to force him to go to the middle.
If I survive.
If you survive. One destroyer who is in range is going to fire both his bow pistols.
I don't need to drink just yet.
1 hit. Failed to wound you.
Oh, it's a good start.
Spartan.
Now I need to drink.
2 hit last cannon using She Spirit. 2 hits.
Yeah.
1
1 wound. Oh, this is good. 3 up drink. I'm fine so far.
Snap out now, bolter. 1 arm save.
1 armor save, which is fine. What am I taking now, Nick?
Next Spartan
Yeah.
is going to fire both his last cannons into you.
Of course he is.
Fire Machine Spirit and normal ballistic skill 1.
Yep.
Oh,
4 hits, lovely.
4 jinx.
4 drinks. Ooh. 10th time's going to do it 1 at a time for excitement. 1 save. 2 saves. 3 saves. Oh, come on. Pull out some honour at the end of this
Snap
game.
out now, bolter. 1 hit.
No wound. Excellent. So the last thing they have to take is these las cannons going straight through onto them.
So 2 1s at full skill.
Yeah, a couple of them moved, so these ones are the full skill.
So 2 hits, and then Snapfire ones. No.
Ooh.
2 cover saves. Jinx save, sorry.
Squeaky bomb time. And they're fine. They survived the entire round of shooting. Madre de Dios. Again, not the most exciting stuff, I'm sorry peeps, but with this squad surviving, all I've done is move them up their 12, and now I'm going to flat out onto this objective, claiming me an objective. They flat out 24 if anyone's wondering why. I know I can just shift them all this way over. And with that, the game is over. We will tally up some victory points. I wasn't tabled! Yay! That was it. 6 turns of me getting handed
Mullet.
to mullet. Yeah. Ouch.
Wasn't
So,
that vicious?
you know, at the beginning, it was the C's. I deployed going like, right, I've got this. I need to go in hard. I need to get that telemon straight in your face. And then you got the C's on me.
Yes, and demobilising Terra 1 and blown up.
I did get a couple of rules things wrong. Forgive me, it's my first time using the custodies. He should have been rolling 2 dice for the penetration, but we actually did do it off camera once
and
we
I
rolled
got
up,
the
and
same
got the same
results.
results. It was really weird. So
And
it was a
second
double
immobilized
immobilized
and double explode.
Yeah. So in our heads it worked absolutely fine, and I'm perfectly cool with it. The philosophy of this channel is as long as you're having fun, it's absolutely fine, and I had great fun. I hope you had fun too, Nick.
I always do.
God, I love your world eaters. 80 attacks from tactical marines. It's like, it's horrible to go up against it, but I loved it at the same time. Like, when you were like, I don't have enough dice. Who doesn't have enough dice?
I 20 don't have enough dice.
But no, like, not having 80 dice is cool, but like, when you're like, it's just 20 tactical marines, I need 80 dice. Jesus. I'm so stealing them and doing the exact same thing. Victory points, as we said at the beginning, we are on War of Lies, so it's a kill point for everything you destroyed. So Nick is currently on 11 and holding 2 objectives, and I am currently on 7 because I got the Lord of War as well for Price of Failure.
And you killed Khan.
And I killed Khan. I mean, you were very generous in that. You could have just not done that, but thank you very much. And obviously you got my Warlord as well. And I'm holding 1 objective because Nick went very brave in the last turn, as I would have done, and try to take out that scimitar squad, who decided to suddenly pass all their tests.
I know.
So we've got War of Lies rolls. Nick, as our guest, please roll.
So I have two tests.
Go
Let's
on,
see
then.
what they do. The first one is
2,
which is 1 point.
Okay, so that takes you to 12.
And the second one is 2.
2. So that takes you to 13 points. So even if I roll really high here, here's mine. I roll a 4. So is that
2 points?
Is that 2? That takes me to 9.
Yes.
So congratulations, Nick.
Thank you very much.
A great game. I had an absolutely wonderful time. I hope you did too.
Yes. Thank you for having me. It was very nice.
No, thank you for. Nick is one of the regulars. You run the club basically. Nick runs the club where we play, and so we just dragged you down.
Yes.
Basically, we're going through a load of lads I play at the club, being like, "Come on to our stuff. You have to come and play." And they haven't got much choice against it, have you?
No. I'll force them down. Don't worry.
Not until we get a bit more popular and more people want to come on. Thank you very much again. Great time. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I lost to a guest again. I thought my list was all right.
We'll let you send the easy players out for you next.
So, like, when I wrote my list, because there was some whinging about the list that I did against Martin, said it wasn't too competitive. But it was fun. It was fun. It was good though. This list, I was like, right, it's got a Telemon. Everyone hates Telemons. It's got a shield captain who,
he was
God,
horrible.
he's vicious. He wasn't even the boosted guy. Ooh.
He killed half my army himself.
Exactly. And then I had White Scars, who are famous for being vicious. I was like, World Eaters, he's got las cannons, but I'm fast. You just pinned me in. I was like, the Venator, it's got a super heavy cool. I'm going to shut it straight down. So I thought I had it this time, but I'm going to have to up my game, aren't I?
Yes. Well, next time I won't bring spawns, I'll bring Storm Eagle.
That would have been cool, like plane on plane. But it was great. The D hit on my plane.
That was the best thing ever. I may have lost a super heavy, but
just flipping over and crushing my Storm Eagle. Anyway, I've gone on a tangent. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye now.
Nice. So, I've got 4 combi meltas